What is up, YouTube? Welcome to my channel where I am bringing you game guides to help you get to the next level. My name is Dominique and I will be showing you over the course of these videos how you can improve your game as a Tekken player. And these are really tips for beginners, but if you're at any skill level, you can use these tools to become a better Tekken player. So let's go ahead and start with the first episode, picking a main. First of all, what is a main? A main is FGC lingo, standing for Fighting Game Community, which basically translates to who is the main fighter that you use when you play the game. That's what the main stands for. Most people have an average of 1 to 2 characters that they use as a main, simply for matchup purposes or just because they like that character, so they want to juggle multiple characters. That's something that they want to do. But as a beginner, I would really recommend that you stick with one character just so that you can really get the best out of the game. You don't want to find yourself like me and be in the middle of a character crisis, meaning you're switching from character to character so often that you're not even really spending enough time on what is actually important, which is learning the game. So pick a character, find someone that you really want to use, and just stick with that character, because it's going to hurt you in the long run if you just keep switching between characters. There's a ton of characters to choose from right now. There's 45 characters at the moment with Season 2. As this video is coming out, Season 2 has happened with Tekken 7, so there are 45 characters to choose from at the moment. Now, there could be more in the future, but as of right now, we're just going to go with the fact that we do have 45 characters, which is a lot. That's actually a lot of characters. There's many reasons why you might like a certain character as well. They could speak the same language as you, they can be the same race as you, they can be from the same country. Whatever floats your boat, whatever the reason why you decide to choose that character, there's someone out there for you. It could be for the simple fact that you think the character looks cool, or you might find them attractive, so maybe you want to use that character a lot more, just to, I don't know, maybe see them more. And just so you don't feel left out, you might think your character isn't anime enough, so there's characters that fit that checklist too. So there's literally somebody for everyone in this game. I don't know why more people are not playing Tekken. It's a good game. It's really fun too, so I don't know, you might want to get on the ball here. When it comes down to it, if a character stands out or speaks to you, there's no harm in trying them out. You'll never know. You might end up finding your new favorite character. You might even be finding out your new main, so give all these characters a try, because you don't know who you like. Do you really know who you like? I mean, out of damn near 50 characters, do you really know who you like to play? Do you really know? Now, that's the easy part and probably the most fun. The next part that's coming up might not be as fun depending on how you look at it. With every character comes their movesets, which is something that you need to take into consideration whenever you're picking your main. Some characters' movesets are going to be easier to learn than others. Some are even going to have more moves than others, which just means you might have to grind out a character a little bit more than another one, just because they could have certain inputs that you have to get down just right, because execution is key to this game. For certain characters, you need to have very precise button inputs, otherwise you won't have inputs coming out, you might be dropping combos. This is just gonna be a big mess. So take into consideration, you might have to spend a little bit more time in practice with you might have to spend a little bit more time in practice with certain characters than others based off on the moveset. So just keep that in mind whenever you're picking a character. This is also the part where a lot of new players jump ship, because they'll go through the move list and then they'll see something that looks like this and freak out. They don't know what they're looking at. This is basically looking at something in another language and they're like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. It's too hard for me to do. Is it too hard for you to do, or are you just not going to try and put in any effort? Because that's not always the case. Tekken 7 has a lot of beginner-friendly characters, which is another video in itself. Just know that Tekken 7 is a game that's easy to learn but hard to master. So just like any other skill, in order to be good at it, you have to put in practice, you have to put in time, you have to put in the work, you have to want it. In this game, if you don't practice, it's going to show, and the people online, they're gonna bully you and they're gonna run over you, and it's just not gonna be fun. You're gonna get beat so bad, you're gonna wanna uninstall the game. If you already bought the game, you'll probably go right back over to GameStop or wherever you get your games from and probably demand your refund because you decided not to practice and thought you were hot stuff and just realized, oh, maybe I'm not that hot as I thought I was. But I digress. But to sum this all up, there's not much to it when it comes to picking a main. Just find someone you like, and also find someone whose moves you can pull off consistently, because consistency is key, and also could mean the difference between a win and a loss. Remember that when you're starting out, you don't want to pick a character that's too complex. I mean, you can, but unless you have the patience, which I would hope that you would have patience in this game, to really go to practice and put in time to learn these moves down, then you can basically pick whoever you want, but just know you're going to need to practice a lot to get some of these moves down. Also, keep in mind the character's move set or move list. A character that has more moves in a move list has more options, but it also could be a bad side that they have more options to pick from, just because when it comes time to make a decision, you really want to have a set idea on what to use. If there's like 3 different moves you can use for one situation, that could be a little too much for you at the moment, so just try and really condense everything down to a nice set move list that you can pick from. Because when it comes to a stronger opponent, you don't get that luxury of time, so you need to make sure you know what moves you're gonna pick. Hopefully this helped a little bit in deciding on who or how to pick a main. And if you want to see more videos, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace out. I hope that was good enough.